that better, better, better life, better production, better life. We need a world with a healthy diet for all. And no more food loss and less waste. If you done search, you'll find a life. If we can put ourselves to the side. Oh, there's a brand new generation. Oh, for a brand new healthy world. Yeah, yeah, for a healthy world.
Our world has changed. New life and hope and promise to sustain. But what always remains is young people leading ways. Quiet to no shanda. Together, yeah. Together, yeah. In Seme, in Seme. Ensemble, on fait ensemble, ensemble. Je veux que tout le monde
In our fields of hope, we plant the seeds with hands that want to grow, to feed each other, so the dreams that know. Planting seeds feed mouths across the globe. يلا 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 حبيبي يلا نغني سوا ونحقق أحلامنا سوا يلا دي حياتنا ونقدر يلا 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 حبيبي يلا أحلامي ما تكمل إلا بأحلامك أنت كمان يلا 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 حبيبي يلا 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 نغني سوا يلا 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 We're strong as one. Si siembra, si siembra, si
I need that better, better life, better production, better right. I need that better, better life, better production, better right. We need a world with a healthy diet for all. And no more food loss and less waste. If you done search, you'll find a life. If we can put ourselves to the side. Oh, there's a brand new generation. Oh, for a brand new healthy world. Yeah, yeah, for a healthy world.
Our world has changed. New life and hope and promise to sustain. But what always remains is young people leading ways. Quiet to no shanda. Together, yeah. Together, yeah. In Seme, in Seme. Ensemble, on fait ensemble, ensemble. Je veux que tout le monde
In our fields of hope, we plant the seeds with hands that want to grow, to feed each other, so the dreams that know. Planting seeds feed mouths across the globe. يلا 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 حبيبي يلا.
Hello and welcome to the World Food Forum's 2025 Startup Innovation Awards powered by Extreme Tech Challenge. My name is John Martin, and it's an honor to be your host today on behalf of XTC. And I will be hosting with Amanda.
Thank you, John. And I am Amanda Namai. I'm a youth advocate for Zero Hunger. Today, we recognize and celebrate exceptional young entrepreneurs who are building solutions to reimagine our agri-food systems.
Communities worldwide face pressing challenges, from food insecurity to the impacts of climate change. Now more than ever, we need bold systemic transformation to build resilient, sustainable food systems. Startups play a vital role in driving the innovative, scalable solutions needed to make this change happen.
This competition gives high potential youth-led startups a platform for global visibility, investment opportunities, and strategic partnerships, in addition to expert guidance to accelerate their impact. In 2025, we received over 1,500 applications from startups around the world. A round of applause. And they are all a part of this movement. Let's celebrate them once again.
So today you'll meet 8 finalists working along that value chain who've been carefully selected for their potential for impact. This year we're working with 4 categories: equitable and sustainable nutrition, enhancing climate resilience and water security, digital innovation in food processing, and driving innovation in agri-food systems. On top of this, a special cross-category prize, Fighting Malnutrition and Enhancing Food Security, was created with Mass Challenge Switzerland. This unique award was open to all of the 2025 semifinalists of the Startup Innovation Awards, and the winner of that prize will also be revealed today.
Exciting. After the pitches and during the judges' deliberation break, we will be joined by some very special guests who will explore how youth-led innovations can grow sustainably when supported by the right ecosystem.
Once the judges return, we will reveal the winners in each category, as well as the Mass Challenge Switzerland Award, and finally, the overall Startup Innovation of the Year.
Before we start, we would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for supporting this program. Let's give a round of applause to the sponsors. We wouldn't be here without you. And first up is Seeding the Future Foundation. Let's appreciate them. We have Smart Solutions for Agri-Food Innovation Hub. Thank you. We have Kilburn and Strode. And we have Mass Challenge Switzerland.
And now it is my distinct honor to introduce the Deputy Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and also co-chair of this year's jury, Ms. Beth Bechtel.
A round of applause.
Oh, you can have it. Good.
Good afternoon. We've got it. Can you hear me? Okay. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to the World Food Forum's Startup Innovation Awards here at FAO headquarters. We need to make sure we say hello to everybody who is joining us virtually because this is also a very important way for many of our friends and supporters to connect in from other parts of the world. It is really an honor for me to take the stage here very briefly before we get started. You did not come to see me or hear from me, but I need to tell you that this is my favorite event of the entire World Food Forum week. No pressure for the 8 of you who are about ready to put yourselves on stage and in front of us, but it is an event that I've had the privilege to take part in since the very beginning of the World Food Forum. And I just want to say, it's really remarkable to see how far we have come together. Each year, the startups and the entrepreneurs continue to inspire with their creativity and drive, and that alone is an exciting part of what comes together here. But it's also about how this event itself continues to grow. You've already heard that we've continued to expand and bring really important, not just sponsors, but partners who bring networks, who bring background and expertise in how you build a business. A lot of you may know quite a bit about your technical discipline, your scientific or your research background, but building a business, figuring out how to fundraise, figuring out how to scale, figuring out how to connect with investors is another set of skills entirely unto its own. So I want to congratulate the World Food Forum Youth Innovation Lab team for building what I think has really become a very trusted platform for groundbreaking youth-led innovation. We also, John, you and I haven't officially met yet, but we do need to show some love and some appreciation to the Extreme Tech Challenge, which is the world's largest startup ecosystem. You've been with us for all 5 years of putting this event together, and for that, we owe you a big round of thanks, please. At the same time, what I also appreciate about XTC is that they have made room for others to come in, to join, and to contribute. And so to this year's new partners, all of whom were already acknowledged, I want to also say thank you. There is much for us to, I think, be focused on here as we go into the afternoon of looking and listening at the entrepreneurs who are developing and scaling some of the most impactful youth-led solutions. This year's World Food Forum theme, Hand in Hand for a Better Future and Better Foods, captures what we see here today. It is innovation that is moving from promise to practice. It's crossing science into entrepreneurship, and it's also bridging communities and continents. And I think we are in a time right now where it has never been more clear that innovation is not an option. It is essential to achieving a better food future for all. And each year, these particular awards shine a spotlight on the extraordinary talent, the creativity, and the entrepreneurial spirit of these young leaders and change makers. So with that, let me just say that I, as I think you have seen, am incredibly excited to hear from this year's 8 outstanding finalists, and I very much hope that you are too. With that, let's get the show and the pitches started.
Thank you, DDG Beth, for your inspiring words and for your support over the years. Your insights set the perfect tone for this event. Now I'd like to meet our esteemed jury members who will tell us what they're looking forward to in today's pitches. So to start with, please welcome Mr. Vincent Martin, no relation, Director of FAO's very own Office of Innovation. Oh, you have.
I was so surprised you were calling me that my computer crashed. I had no idea I had to say something, but basically, I think I'm like Beth. I mean, I'm super excited by this kind of events. For us, it's really amazing when I see young talents, your creativity, and when you come to the stage to pitch your solutions. I know it's extremely stressful. It's very complicated to have a pitch in like a few seconds and really capture the attention, and for us as a jury to really understand your solution and very humbly judge it or assess it. I think I wouldn't want to say we are judges. We are just here to appreciate what you are doing, and we are really super impressed by your creativity and your talent. As a director of the Office of Innovation, what I'm expecting here, I guess, is to hear some new solutions, disruptive ideas, breakthrough innovations that then we can disseminate across our network of stakeholders, across our FAO offices, so that they can be taken on board. And at the end of the day, they can be scaled. I think one of the key issues here is how do you go from this ideation, prototyping, testing this or piloting these solutions, and then bring them at scale? And I think you're all looking for this type of evolution in your entrepreneurship pathway. So like Beth, I very much look forward to hearing from you, and I'm very excited to learn from new solutions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next judge is Sujin Kim, Associate Director of the Food and Agriculture Program at ClimateWorks Foundation.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sujin Kim, and I'm with ClimateWorks Foundation. We are climate philanthropy based in San Francisco, California, but we work globally. We catalyze the power of philanthropy through collaboration, knowledge, and global grant making. And I'm very honored to be here today. I was here a little over 10 years ago as a junior professional officer of FAO. So it's good to be here and meet my ex-colleagues as well. And yeah, so what I'm looking for today, we see that tech innovations that are successful, but also that face failures because they didn't have enough system change potential or system support or a scalability in the longer term, because what we're looking for really is like the social innovation that will support the technical innovation. So we're looking at kind of broader set of innovation here, and I am really looking forward to hearing your pitches and ideas, and excited to be here. Thank you so much.
And if you have Our last judge represents the India Middle East Agri Alliance and is chair of the Bharat Subcontinent Agri Foundation, Mr. Sudhakar Tomar.
Hello, buongiorno, salam, and namaste. Leadership of FAO and ETC, and my young friends. I represent a network of 30,000 agri-entrepreneurs and also the funders and 5.5 million farmers. And we are located in Dubai, India, and Europe. I was just I overheard from my founders behind saying, oh, you're my competition. So what I want to tell you guys, there is no competition here. We all are winners here, us as investors, you as founders, and the entire ecosystem as a recipient of your solutions. So here I'm looking for innovation, technology, and empathy, which can give us the new solutions for the global food and nutrition problems. And also, I believe that the new solutions and ideas will come not only from the rich labs and the boardrooms, but from your dreams and ideas. I'm here to look all the ideas. I feel all these 1,500 people who have participated, they're all the winners, and look forward to hearing you.
Thank you, judges. And before we kick off with the pitches, I want to thank our evaluation committee and the semi-final judges, many of whom are present in the audience today. Let's appreciate them, please. Let's appreciate them. Lovely. We are honored by the depth of experience and breadth of domain expertise that makes a commitment to our World Food Forum competition, from corporation to investment funds to impact organization. It is their depth of experience that is the strongest validation that these high potential startups are poised to make a meaningful impact.
Okay, now let's begin the pitches. You will meet 2 innovative startups in each of the 4 categories. Kicking us off is the equitable and sustainable nutrition category. The startups in this category are creating inclusive solutions that put consumers at the center, making nutritious and sustainable food more accessible and affordable for individuals and communities everywhere. Vidya, you're up. To tell us more about it, please welcome Ms. Vidya Parshuramkar from Millets Now, offering a nutritious and affordable solution to tackle iron deficiency in India.
Thank you. So, frustrated by myself being iron deficient, frustrated by taking the iron pills, I started and dreamed to change this. I started with Millets Now. With my team, which is a blend of science and innovation, we made one product that is NutriDabba. For NutriDabba, we are awarded by President of India in 2024. So in India, every second school-going children suffer from iron deficiency, which does not cause the health issue problem, but a GDP loss of 4% annually. Globally, 2 billion people suffer from iron deficiency anemia. And this is the status of iron deficiency anemia in global south. For this global problem, we have developed the local solution, that is NutriDabba. It is 100% natural and scientifically proven to tackle iron deficiency anemia. It comprises of 7 different products which are made from pearl millet and fruits, making it affordable, accessible to everyone for just only $1 for 250 grams. As pearl millet flour has poor shelf life, we extended its shelf life to 6 months without compromising its nutritional value. This technology is patented and it inactivates the lipase enzyme, improving the bioavailability. The product and technology we have validated from Government of India, and we have conducted the pilot study for this product around 13,000 school-going children, showing the significant increase in their hemoglobin level and iron level. These are our competitive analysis. Millets now stand with its affordability and iron bioavailability. This is the financial traction. We work with strategic partnership with TechnoServe, Harvest Plus, and Gain. These are our customer traction. Still date, we have served around 1 lakh school-going children in India, around 10,000 direct customers, and around 6,500 smallholder farmers, which we are working with them on buyback model. Through this impact, we have, as pearl millet is a climate resilient crop, we have conserved water, CO2 emission mitigated, and also we have our own manufacturing unit which is solar based, so we conserve energy. We try to achieve zero hunger as a SDG goal, 3rd and 10th and 13th. This is my robust team, and these are the pillars of my millets now, and these are my advisors who are looking to this. Thank you so much for hearing me, and yeah. Thank you.
There we are. Okay, judges, please, your questions for Vidya. Sudhakar.
Yeah, with the amazing proposition in terms of increasing the nutritional profile, tell us a little bit about the commercials. What has been traction in terms of sales and revenue?
So we worked with the government schools where we have served around 1 lakh school-going children, and there we are selling our product, that is NutriDabba, to the tribal region of India. We are operating in 4 different states right now currently: Maharashtra, Jharkhand, UP, and Rajasthan. So also with our e-commerce platform like website and other e-commerce platform, Amazon, Flipkart, we have served around 10,000 direct customers, and we have also 23 plus B2B partners to whom we are right now working.
Sujin?
Thank you for the presentation. I wonder if you have any thoughts about how to connect your work to public procurement program or state or government policies on public procurement so that there will be an uptake and scaling of your product at the end.
Yeah, so in India, right now we are working with the government of, that is the Ministry of Tribal Affairs in Maharashtra state. So there we have included our product into midday meal program. So India in there, the midday meal program is there. So we have included this product to with government, with NGOs and with the nutritional partners, like for example, Harvest Plus. We have currently from 2 years we are working with them, and we are serving these products through them. So they are providing us the financial support, and our product is proving that yes, significantly they are increased their hemoglobin level. And second one, in the different states, like on the central government, we are working onto the buyback model. So what we are doing, we are working onto the homegrown school-going feeding program. So we are giving the grains, the seeds to the farmers, and then that processing unit, we have our own processing unit, and then that product through the government policies we are including to the schools. So that way we are working. Is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, thank you.
You might have mentioned it, but I wanted to know who are your main competitors in this field?
So, sorry,
Your main competitors are other companies doing the same thing as you are doing at the moment?
Yeah, they are doing, like for example, my direct competitor in, if I talk about in India, there is Manna Millet, but we stand with our shelf life. So we have our patented technology to improve the shelf life, because pearl millet is an iron-rich crop. It's resilient, but the problem it has that its product commercialization is not possible. So we have tackled that issue with our patented technology, which extends the shelf life up to 6 months. So we stand over there that without adding the preservatives and everything, we are standing with our technology and with our blend of the product with vitamin C fruits. So we are blending that, and that is our main USP.
How are you specifically marketing your product very concretely? What ways are you building brand awareness or reaching out to customers for your products?
So we are reaching out to our customer with our, for example, if I have two main streams to reach to the customers. First one is that I go directly to the customers with my e-commerce platform, like from the Instagram and from creating the awareness regarding this through the exhibitions also. And second one, with the government policies I go. I went this to my partner, that is Mahesh is looking that part, like he's doing, he's aligned with the policies, the government policies, so that we can include our product into the direct schools. So that two mainstreams are our business direct partners.
Okay, that's time. Thank you very much, judges. Let's give a round of applause to Millets Now. The second presenter in this category is Mohammed Tariq of T-Vita from Egypt, a biotech startup turning agricultural and algae waste into high-performance fertilizers and raw materials for various sectors. Please.
Thank you so much, John. I'm Mohammed Tariq, founder and CEO of Bvita. We are upcycling agriculture waste and algae into natural fertilizer and food ingredients. We found that Middle East and Africa spend over $400 billion on these ingredients, and there is like 95% from these ingredients is imported from abroad, and no local supplier, shipment delays, expensive products, and there is a lot of challenges that cause a supply chain risk for our factories in our region. That's why we are using plant-based solution to produce these raw materials locally. We are using palm waste and modified algae strain through IoT system, machine learning model, and co-culture extracted technology to produce beta-carotene and natural fertilizer. Our beta-carotene is natural 100%, and it's the same effective as like the other beta-carotene, and it's cheaper in cost by 50%. And by the way, beta-carotene, it's integrated in all of our products, chips, cookies, snacks, cream, vitamins, and all of that stuff. And for the natural fertilizer, we are making natural fertilizers as natural 100% and sustainable 100%. And by the way, our natural fertilizer is increasing the yield by over 350%. And this is a huge percent for the farmer, even for a smallholder farmer or big farmers. And by the way, we have already proven this with WFP, World Food Program, UN organization, and Ministry of Agriculture in Egypt, in Luxor and Sharqiya, with a lot of like thousands of agricultural lands. And last year, our model, it was direct sales, and we was producing the product itself and selling directly. But this year, we found a big demand. That's why we shifted our model to be licensed model for more scalable and more profitable model. We are licensing our technology itself for distributor or manufacturer. And we already signed our first license deal with one of the big agriculture player in Egypt that having thousands of agriculture land inside Egypt and outside Egypt. And we also signed an MOU for beta-carotene with a distributor for beta-carotene and natural ingredients. Yes, we care about business, but also caring about impact in waste recycling, increasing income for the farmer, enhancing water quality, creating green jobs, and empowering the woman, and making carbon credits by our algae technology. And this is me, Mohammed Tariq, I'm the CEO, and we already feature Forbes 30 Under 30, and my co-founder, Nagla, she's biomedical science, and we have talented young team from different background, R&D, business developer, and engineers. And right now, we didn't raise any fund before, we just bootstrapped till this moment, and we are raising our first round to scale our operations and our impact, and let's make it for a greener future. And this is what cannot be happen without your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, judges.
I'll come in first and we'll pass this way. So you are testing or you have relationships with farmers
Yes.
now. Tell me what kinds of improvements, very specifically, again, they are seeing. What feedback and what metrics are you getting back from the farmers who are using your products?
Yes, the first one is actually they saw a more greener and more chlorophyll index. It's like for the farmers, they don't understand chlorophyll, but they see the plant itself more greener, and they also like saw more yield. It's like for example, sugarcane, it's like more thickener, and the toll is much higher. And also one of the farmer is like try to save 2 bags of chemical fertilizer, and he didn't use the chemical fertilizer. And by the way, it's like more better than the one that used the chemical fertilizer. And by the way, in any trial we make a treated plot and controlled plot. And this is to see the results by your eyes, either for WFP team or for ministry team or even for the farmer to like see the results by their eyes directly.
Thank you very much. I had a similar, oh, sorry, it's a bit loud. I had a similar question because on your slide you mentioned that there was an increase in income, right, in these farmers. I wanted to know a little bit more of the sample because I think the sample was quite small, but maybe not. So can you tell me on which sample did you assess the increase in income?
Okay, we are working with two aspects. We are working with big farmers, the big farmers that's having like thousands of agricultural land and directly working with PepsiCo to provide potato and such things. And we are working with smallholder farmers. The smallholder farmer, this is the matrix of increasing income, and we worked with like Ministry of Agriculture and WFP in Luxor and Sharqiya with like over 5,000 farmers to like increase their increase in income, and the increasing in income, it's like directly comes from increasing in the yield itself, and it's also from the paying of the fertilizer cost and all of that stuff. So we made a matrix with WFP to like measure these numbers effectively. And by the way, it was like along 400,000 farmer and along like 8 months.
How much is your product and how does it compare with the conventional fertilizers?
Yes, can I get the slide? Oh, okay, no problem.
I'm just curious
okay.
about that
Yes,
because are you thinking about how to connect to public incentives and subsidies that might be relevant for your product?
Okay, we already partner with the CDA. CDA is community development. It's like the CDA. This CDA is like the distributor for the agriculture product for a farmer. This has happened through WFP. And for each village is having CDA, and we are distributing for smallholder farmer through this CDA. And our COGS for the product is like $2, and our selling price is around $12, and the market price it's from $16 to $24. So we have like a big margin in our product, and still a big value for our customer.
I'm being born in a farming family. Whatever you're saying is music to my ears. My cost goes down, my profit goes up. Is there a third-party validation of your claims of increase in income, reduction in costs, and increase in productivity?
Yes, we have like WFP, we have Ministry of Agriculture, we have also EBG. EBG is like the one that provide PepsiCo potato. So he's already like, last year he used already our fertilizer in direct sales, and this year because he like see a big value from the fertilizer itself, and like he see like the COGS and margin, he asked us for license and we are now made a factory with him with a capacity of 700,000 liter annually, and this is already done in previous months, and we have like a factory of 1,000 meters square in Fayoum, and this is like prove our talks, because like it's not only purchase, he like made a factory with us. And that's why we have would like to replicate this model not only in Egypt but also in Emirates and Switzerland and Brazil in any agriculture country. And we already send the samples for a lot of customers and a lot of potential customer and potential distributor and potential manufacturer, and they already tested, and we are already in advanced discussion.
Okay, that's time. Thank you very much. Applause for PVita.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
Moving on to our next category of enhancing climate resilience and water security. These startups are going to focus on developing solutions to enhance resilience in the face of climate change and water insecurity. Joining us now online is Ridouane Simboro from Agua del Sol of France, a startup that has developed a technology to transform humidity into water using the power of the sun. Let's hear from them.
Hello everyone, my name is Ridouane Simboro and I'm going to tell you about Agua del Sol, which makes the dream of transforming air into water in full autonomy and sustainability. Agua del Sol developed solutions to address three big problems. The first one is that billions of people have no access to safe drinking water. Also, thousands of farms are facing water crisis, and another millions of industry are using expensive and non-suitable water. The good news is that there is plenty of water in the air, and our patented panels are specially designed to capture the water in the air at night and to transform it into pure water the following day. Also, the panels have many benefits like scalability, high quality water produced, and are 3 times less expensive than plastic bottles, and many other benefits to provide a high value to the customer. Also, the solution we propose have positive environmental and social impacts, like through life cycle assessment, one panel can save 0.5 tons of CO2. Also, for the cost, water is 3 times less expensive than plastic bottles, and no dependency on tap water and other. We address our solution to 2 main segments: individuals and families, company, NGOs, communities, which have been evaluated to over 2 billion euros within 10 years. With B2B deployment, we are fundraising, where we are now closing 1 million, and also participated in various programs in the world like Euroca, Eurostar for our solution for irrigation. The traction is already there because we have agreement with NGOs in Morocco to install panels, and also have started discussion with UN agencies to offer our technology for free and our help to elevate water stress. Agua del Sol is led by senior with vast experience in startups and also experts in engineering for its operational task. So, for pure and affordable water, let's work together to change the world drop by drop. Thank you.
Thank you, Ridouane and Agua del Sol, for that presentation. We will hand it over to the judges. And judges, he will be speaking in French, so please put on your headsets and for the translation. All the best, Ridouane.
Thank you.
Oui, ok, très bien. Bonjour, merci, c'était très intéressant. J'ai 2 questions. La première, vous parliez que le service était rendu de façon gratuite, enfin c'est vers la fin de votre présentation, donc je voulais savoir quel était votre business model derrière ça. Et ma deuxième question, c'était est-ce que vous aviez intégré la dimension des comportements, behavioral science, des sciences du comportement dans votre solution? Parce que vous proposez une solution technologique en pensant que les gens vont changer d'habitude, mais parfois il y a des barrières à l'adoption de ces nouvelles technologies. Est-ce que vous y avez réfléchi? Est-ce que vous l'avez intégré dans votre modèle?
D'accord. Donc, pour ce qui concerne donc, le B2B, comme nous avons si bien expliqué, l'idéal, c'est de partir avec des personnes donc, qui sont dans le domaine de euh, la mise en vente des panneaux photovoltaïques, également dans l'agropolitique, c'est-à-dire qui vendent du matériel donc, accessible à l'agroécologie. Donc, ce qu'il y a, c'est que nous, pour ce qui est de la gratuité, nous allons dans une dynamique où nous proposons déjà nos panneaux sous forme de comment dirais-je, de location. Voilà. Soit on vend directement à ces personnes-là qui vont se charger de pouvoir les vendre aux clients, soit on parle sous forme de location pour donc permettre aux personnes qui n'ont pas vraiment cet argent-là de pouvoir donc payer et substantiellement jusqu'à acquérir même le matériel. Et pour le second cas, nous sommes donc en partenariat avec des ONG, voilà, qui sont souvent subventionnés par l'État pour pouvoir donc acquérir ces matériels-là pour les personnes démunies. Voilà. Donc, c'est dans ce sens-là que la gratuité intervient. Voilà. Donc, pour ce qui concerne également le comportement, en fait, voilà. Et en fonction de ça, les gens prennent conscience, bien sûr, de l'importance de pouvoir obtenir donc des solutions qui vont dans le sens de la santé, de la réduction surtout de la pénurie d'eau et surtout de l'impact environnemental pour pouvoir donc les servir.
Ok, merci.
Very nice solution and innovative as well. The place where I spend 4 months of the year, Dubai, we need these kind of solutions. How much do you produce from a panel, the quantity of water, say, in a day, or and does it need any electricity as well?
Non, actuellement, nous travaillons sur une production de 1 litre par jour par panneau. Voilà. Néanmoins, avec la recherche et le développement que nous sommes en train de mettre en place, nous souhaiterons donc atteindre une production de plus d'1 litre, environ 1,8 litre d'eau par jour, en ce qui concerne la production d'eau. Maintenant, pour l'électricité, elle n'a pas vraiment besoin d'un réseau électrique pour pouvoir fonctionner. Voilà, parce que juste au niveau des panneaux, nous avons juste un aspirateur qui permet donc de pouvoir aspirer l'eau et qui ne consomme pas d'électricité. En matière, on installe juste les panneaux solaires et c'est juste cette électricité qui permet donc de pouvoir donc alimenter les panneaux pour les faire fonctionner. Donc, en matière d'électricité, je pense que le fonctionnement des panneaux est fait de façon durable.
Thank you. Thank you, Ridwan. We have come to the end of the time allocated to you. We would now like to move on to our next innovator. And this startup is called Lilliput Technologies, and it will be represented by Laura Chaves. And Lilliput develops sprayable biocoatings to protect crops from heat stress. She's also going to join us online from Costa Rica. Let's put our hands together for Lilliput Technologies.
Hi, I'm Laura, Lilliput CTO, and we are determined to tackle heat stress to increase water security and climate resilience for agriculture. Plants cool like we do, by losing water. Under heat stress, plants can evaporate more water, using a limited resource and putting themselves under stress. As society, we keep treating the symptoms and not fixing the cause. Heat stress has become a global threat to agriculture, increasing water demand, vulnerability, and decreasing productivity and food security. And that's why we create LiliShield, the first of its kind sprayable biocoating that can help plants to stay cool. by releasing excess heat from sunlight without blocking the light needed for photosynthesis, transforming excess heat into protection. Little is safe and cost-effective. It can reduce water demand up to 60%. It can increase resilience due to the cooling effect. It can increase productivity up to 40%, and it has a de-risked regulatory pathway. We have a B2B business model, and our beachhead market is pineapple, where we can deliver an extra income of $3,250 per hectare per year, supported by LOIs. We also want to expand to other crops, such as coffee, grapes, cacao, vegetables. Our next steps are clear. We'll move forward with our full patent application to secure our technology. We scale up the production and reach more farmers to expand our field trials to validate performance across different crops and regions. If you want to innovate in water use efficiency and climate resilience, please do not hesitate to contact us.
All right, thank you very much, Laura, for that presentation. As you can see, she's joining us online, and in our midst is her CEO, Mauricio Herrera. And without further ado, judges, take it away.
Hi, Laura. Nice to see you. Thanks for being with us. My question has to do with the process itself for a farmer of using your product, because farmers have a lot to manage from the moment they put a seed in the ground or to the end of a growing cycle when they harvest their product or their crop. How many times does your product need to be applied? When in the season? How does a farmer actually implement or use the product? And I guess the question I'm getting is I hope that it's a simple process and one that doesn't require a lot of extra time, resources, support from the farmers.
Thank you for your question, Kim. It is a simple process, actually, and we are in Costa Rica also because we have the opportunity to actually evaluate our technology all year around here. So it's basically a sprayable technology where you can use the normal equipment. That's the first thing. Second thing is it can be used also in seeds, not just the crop. So we are thinking that the whole process of each plant, and it's going to depend obviously the geography, the climate conditions, but we have really good results where you can use the material for a month and you don't have to reapply it. This is going to depend obviously on the crop, but I think that's going to also depend on the farmer needs and the farmer's practices.
Thank you. Can you talk a little bit about toxicity levels of the product that you're applying and whether you've tested any unintended consequences that might be there? Thank you.
Sure. No, thank you for your question. That was actually one of our first principles designed when basically we are using safe materials. We don't want to use more reagents that can be a problem for humanity, like microplastics are a problem right now. So basically we are using bio-based materials, and the degradation studies that we already have for them show us that it can be used as a fertilizer, and all the rest of the products are sugars, water, completely safe.
Hello, Laura. Could you tell us a little bit more about the commercial traction? What has been your success in terms of commercial numbers?
Yeah, Mauricio, my colleague, is there. I think I will pass this question to him. I don't know if he can. He's a business in charge.
Mauricio? Okay, great. We have...
He's on a stage, so...
all right, you will be given a microphone in 20 seconds, please.
Yes, we have letters of intent with, from several business partners, especially for pineapple, but also coffee. We have received just signing a contract to test our technology with coffee as well, and we are working with a potential partner for grapes in Portugal, especially looking at the reduction of water demand and energy to irrigate. And I also wanted to say that the product is fully biodegradable. That's what Laura was trying to say. And the inert elements that are not biodegradable become micronutrients on the soil. That's in 60 days, it is gone with the soil burning test.
Thank you, Mauricio. I know it was a tight one. Let's appreciate Lilliput Technologies. It is not easy to present your idea in 2 minutes and face a panel. So let's appreciate them far much better than that. A round of applause for these innovators who have joined from all around the world. They've flown from far and wide. And we also thank the judges. And with that, that wraps up the Enhancing Climate Resilience and Water Security category. But before we continue with the remaining pitches, we need to exhale, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's take a moment to enjoy a gift from the culture team. So join me in welcoming Deli Sape, whose full name is Florentini Deliana Winky. And she's a Dayak traditional musician and cultural activist from West Kalimantan, Indonesia. She's the founder of Sekula Adat Arus Kulan, a community-based initiative that promotes indigenous education, cultural preservation, and environmental awareness. Get your hands ready. Let's clap for Deli Sape.
Hello, everyone. Okay. So really happy to hear and to be honored. So my name is Deli. I am from Indonesia, which part is Borneo Island. And here I will play the traditional instrument from Dayak tribe. It's called sape. Sape have the voice like the rainforest, and we believe that have a power from our elders. So I hope you enjoy. So before that, I want to say Adil Kak Talino, Bacuramin Kak Saruga, Basengat Kak Jubata, Arus, Arus, Arus. you so much. Okay, let me give you the example, little bit example, the original, this song, this instrument. Please say lele. Lele. Say lele. Lele. Utana lule. Thank you so much.
I believe Delhi Saper deserves a better round of applause than that. Thank you so much. We have learned something new about Indonesia, Sape, and what it means. She's also calmed us down, and we are now ready for the next round. Are we ready? Are we ready for the next heated round? And we have our finalists from the Digital Innovation in Food Processing Award category. And the startups in this category are leveraging digital and data solutions to enhance efficiency, quality, and sustainability in food processing. Please welcome to the stage Irache Perals from Microfy Systems, an affordable, easy-to-use AI-powered microscopy device designed to automate processes in the food and agriculture industry. A round of applause for Irache. Over to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And yeah, I would like you to imagine that you have to count those fungal spores with traditional microscopy as a technician, or also you have to count the pollen grains here, and you have to further classify them in botanical species. Or you have to quantify the area occupied by sugar crystals in this picture. All of them are activities that are common in the food processing industry. And I think that you will agree that they are complex, labor-intensive, and tough, right? The solution could be easy. Just you can purchase an automated microscope, and it can do the job for you. But the problem is that all the solutions available in the market are too complex and too expensive for the food industry. And this is because all the equipment has been designed for big labs in the biotech, medtech, and pharma industries. At Microfy, our mission is to democratize smart microscopy in the food industry. Our devices are simpler because they are intended for non-lab users. They are autonomous, both on sample scanning and on image processing, and they are affordable for all types of entities. We implement a B2B business model in which we sell the device upfront at 5,000 euros, and then we complement with platform as a service for the cloud database access, storing, and access to the analysis. Our devices save money and time to our clients, but also they bring scientific knowledge to the food industry that today is monopolized by big labs. Our portfolio of solutions include pollen analysis for quality and authenticity assessment in honey, also bee disease diagnosis for reduce the mortality of bees, also mycelium growth monitoring to help those producers of mycoprotein for plant-based food, also fermentation tracking in beer and wine industries, and also soil biodiversity assessment, the microbiome of soil, for helping regenerative practices in farming. The traction to date has been that we have done all the development with non-dilutive grants and loans that has allowed us to reach the current stage of development and also join acceleration programs and to reach clients active in 11 countries. We have even clients in the public reference lab for food control in Spain and hope soon in Portugal and Croatia. Our team at Microfy combines expertise in microbiology, food, artificial intelligence, mechatronics, and business. And that's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you, Irache. Judges, take it away.
Thank you very much. A very smart solution. I really like it. I was just wondering, did you explore the market in the low and middle income countries? Because here you were talking about Spain, and you may have also other clients in Europe. What about the global south?
The idea was to start selling only in Europe, but then organically we get interest from other regions. So now we have clients in Emirates, we have clients also in Chile. We have interest in Argentina to do a collaboration with them. So yes, South America and Arab countries are super interested. And I receive also interest from India, Pakistan. I think that's all.
Can you talk a little bit more about how you might democratize the data I'm guessing that you're pulling data from everyone and then making it available for other people to use?
Well, the data is private, is our know-how. All the models are trained with the data sets that we create. So what we do with the data is, because we have PhD and artificial intelligence that they are within the network of AI communities in Europe, what we do is we publish small data sets of images for research and academia. This is quite common when you are creating data sets with a specific know-how, but it's not the full data set. The full data set is only for us to train the models and to allow the system to do the analysis. The democratizing, it's just because the system is very easy to use. You don't need any kind of expertise about lab or about microscopy, and also because of the price, that we try to make it affordable for food industry.
Very nice solution. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about the commercial journey. When did you start and what is the commercial traction right now?
We started with the honey sector, which is the most complex one because of the pollen analysis. It was like started from the top application to be developed. Then we followed with apiculture. So now we have clients for honey analysis and apiculture for diagnosis of different diseases in bees. And then we moved to mycelium tracking because we partnered with another company that they were creating alternative plant-based protein with mycelium. And then we started with the soil biodiversity. Usually it's because someone in the industry see the device, see what we are doing, and ask for the potential use case that they have in mind. Then we study if it's a, let's say, common pain in the industry and at global level. And if sample preparation is easy and the pain is common, then we develop the use case. For soil, it's on prototype stage, soil biodiversity. And now we are doing a new functionality to measure fungal disease in crops. So we can measure the disease before it appears in the plant. This is on prototype stage, and we are developing it with a public lab in Spain.
Very quickly, any very unique intellectual property that you've had to pursue, patents that you have filed or are filing? Talk to us a little bit about the technology itself.
Our property is data sets, because at the end, automated microscopy is over there. There's nothing new in automated microscopy. We just simplified the device to allow food industry buy the system and using it. But I would say that trade secret is what we have with the data sets, and also trademarks.
Thank you. That would be our last question. A round of applause for Irache. Very well done. And we are about to welcome our next participant, Ankur Jan from udongyantra.ai. Let's appreciate him. The solution is an AI-enabled digital infrastructure that makes food processing and distribution safer and more efficient. Ankur?
Good afternoon. Namaste. 2.5 billion people will be moving to cities by 2050. 90% of that number will be from Global South. Now, how these people will eat? In Global North, 90% of the value gets realized post-farm. That number is quite small in Global South. The country where I come from, India, is the second largest producer of food, but 107 on the hunger index. The only explainable reason is inadequate and inefficient processing and distribution infra. Okay, so basically, as we compare the global north food processing and the global south food processing, we are talking of small and medium players, highly labor-intensive jobs, informal labor, and that has been the nature of this part of the world. Now, what we bring to the table is an integrated infra for small and medium food processing where informal human labor is involved, software, enterprise software, working with AI-aided hardware, working with AI infra in terms of digital mobile apps. This video captures a lady. She's not skilled in food processing, but she's able to execute a recipe where AI is guiding her on the right ingredient at the right step, checking the right quality, and ensuring that he executes the recipe correctly. So this is another example of a packaging inspection line where QA, quality, and the labeling is done by an automated AI system, which is upskilling and equipping the lady. So fundamentally, we have done 20,000 tons of food processed on this platform. These are patented platforms. 8 patents have been filed. And one of the largest databases we have been able to build specific to food. Food from brand A is different from food from brand B. So the mobile infra is something that enables digital workflows at the shop floor and can take up tasks which are end-to-end, right from procurement to distribution. So fundamentally, I feel, we strongly believe that digital infra can accelerate the journey of urbanization and food processing in Global South as compared to the physical infra approach, which obviously the Global South cannot catch up. So that's it. Any questions? We have done 156 centers already. We are at 200K revenue last year, and we'll be doing 500,000 this year.
Thank you. So much to say, so little time, but we do have the Q&A to allow you to elaborate more. Judges, let's do him some justice.
Thank you, Ankur. Very nice solution. Food loss prevention is a great idea we should all work on. Tell us about the unit economics. How does it work across the module?
We charge 0.5 to 1% of the annual food cost of the food enterprise as a subscription for end-to-end platform, hardware, software, mobile infra. And the ROI is anywhere between 5 to 10% of the food cost. So that's the fundamental ROI.
What is the scale of business that you're targeting in terms of size of like production and processing?
I think food processing in Global South is expected to reach to $9 trillion by 2050. That's the size we are talking about. And 2% of that amount invested in the digital infrastructure is the market we are targeting.
You're thinking global, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you tell us a little bit about your team's backgrounds? Give us a little bit about some of you personally.
Yeah, I come from a manufacturing and supply chain background, worked in traditional manufacturing, predominantly aerospace, defense, FMCG. My co-founder comes from an enterprise software background, and another of my co-founder comes from data science background. So we three are the main pillars on which the technology has been built, and now we are growing. We are a 20-member team in India. Sure.
Any final takers, judges? All right. Thank you, Ankur. A round of applause. I don't know if you're all at the edge of your seat like I was. Will he make it the 2 minutes? Will she make it the 2 minutes? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And now we have come to the end of that round for the digital innovation in food processing category. Let's appreciate all the startups who have presented. It is quite a hot seat. So much more for a moderator. How much more for them? It's quite a hot seat. Let's appreciate them for the hard work they've done for getting it this far. A round of applause for our finalists once more.
Great. Now on to our last category, driving innovation in agri-food systems. These startups develop digital innovations using AI, IoT, blockchain, and robotics to boost the sustainability and resilience of agri-food systems while reducing their environmental impact. Let's welcome our first presenter, Andres Pio from Metabix Biotech of Uruguay, who are predicting disease through the power of AI and biotechnology.
Hello. Metabix Biotech predict diseases through the power of biotechnology and AI. Each year, more than $600 billion are lost as a result of contamination and diseases that affect animal production, crops, and the food industry. This not only threatens the global economy, but also the global food security. Our purpose is to mitigate the risk of pandemics, endemic diseases, and common diseases that affect animal health, but also have a major impact on human health. We have developed a novel technology capable of detecting and quantifying any type of virus, bacteria, and even genes present in the air. And with AI models, we can alert clients when a risk is coming. The main idea is to stop underestimating the air, not only as a medium that transmits diseases, but as a massive source of data to understand how these diseases behave. We have a great impact in these three areas. We just already complete our validation in test and learn markets, and we are scaling in large markets like India, Brazil, and the United States. Our business model is a B2B, and we are expecting $1 million for the next year in revenues. We just closed our pre-seed round of $1 million. We have grants-free equity and current revenues. We are three co-founders, Laura Mació with experience in biology, Oscar Figueira with experience in food security, and myself, Chief AI Officer with a master's degree in data science at MIT. To conclude, with a novel technology, a passionate team, and the possibility to touch millions of lives, we are ready to make a global difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Andreas. Judges, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very interesting. I was wondering, what kind of pathogens are you targeting? Is it really a broad spectrum, or are you targeting more viruses, bacterium, et cetera, et cetera? And also, can you tell us a little bit more on the device, how it works?
Okay, perfect. Yes, it's a good question. The pathogens that you want to measure not depends for the technology, depends on the labs. The sample from the pathogen in the device is universal, and you can use the filter for everything you want to measure in the air. And the main idea is, for example, in a farm, you have the device. The device, it's an air sample device, and in 5 minutes, you can have the data in a filter. The filter goes to the laboratory, and in the laboratory, they told us the results for our software as a service, and we have the report for the clients in a mix with the data from the field and data from productive data from clients and for microbiology, that. Yes, and the second question.
Yeah, I couldn't really understand how the device was working. Is it something that crawl on the ground? Or?
Okay. Yes, it's like the device. It's small and it's easy to charge. And for example, if you want to have a sample for this place, you turn on the device and walk around. For example, 15 minutes. Not depend the minutes. The minutes are in the equation in the formula.
How does your product benefit farms at different sizes? So are you targeting mostly big livestock operations or small scale herders? Can they benefit from it?
Thank you for the question. It's in the animal production. We have the 80% of the production concentrate in 200 companies. So our client target are that big companies. That is the main idea of Metabix. And sorry, a bit something else. It's that when I say that our market it's in markets like Brazil, India, and United States, doesn't care the country, but the company we are working on, because our growth is scaling in the company.
How much does each unit cost, the machine as such? And the second question is, what area is covered by one machine?
The cost is a software as a service. The cost is 3,000 to 12,000 for each plan for year. So it's a low cost for the diseases that can measure. And the second question, sorry?
Each machine covers what area?
Our formula from the machine takes a lot of inputs. For example, the minutes you have turn on the machine, and 1 minute in the device is equal to 2 meters cubic of the area. And it's a population sample, not like a small group representative of the population.
Okay, that's time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A round of applause for Metabix. Now, please put your hands together for Matias Filiosi from Unibio of Argentina. This is a startup enhancing agrochemical uptake to improve efficacy, reduce waste, and promote environmental protection. Matias.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm pleased to be here. Our story begins with Claudia, our CTO. She grew up in a small farming town in Argentina, surrounded by pesticides, like many farmers. And indeed, her father was one of these crop duster pilots, spraying chemicals in the field. So this motivated her to become a scientist, to find better ways to protect plants. Because even though we know that abusing chemicals harms human health and environment, we still rely on them to feed 8 billion people. So at Unibio, we created this new nanoparticle that has the ability to increase the uptake of pesticides so we can use less, significantly less, up to 80% less without sacrificing yields. We have been testing this over the past 4 years in different crops and chemicals like glyphosate. And now we are validating it with food industry companies who are using our tech directly in the field to reduce residues. But we are also collaborating with chemical companies who are pre-mixing our tech inside their products to reformulate the products and create new versions of them. And why they're interested? Just an example, if we mix our product with a common chemical fungicide, we can reduce these black dots on apples, reduce waste, increase revenue, and save chemicals that could mean for a big grower like Fowler up to 2 million without helping also to keep customers safe and the environment. Unibio was co-founded by 4 amazing female scientists, and we have a diverse teams ready for this huge challenge. And like Claudia once dreamed, we are helping farmers to use less chemicals, especially those who are difficult to be replaced, without disrupting the food industry that needs food for 8 billion people. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Question has to do with the relationship that you have with many of the global agribusiness or agricultural entities. How do you understand and get the information or data or reactions directly from the farmer customers? If you're working with the global player who then has the farmer as their customer, how do you, where's your connection to the farmer himself?
Thank you for the question. That's very related to our go-to-market strategy. We decided to focus first on the big food industry companies like Nestlé in Switzerland, Carrots in Chile. So these companies have their own supply chain, farmers all around the world. And we use these big players to bring our option to the farmers and with them measure the impact, measure how much we increase the yield, how much can we reduce the chemical use, how much we increase all these sustainable KPIs that are relevant for the food industry company, but also for us as a company. So far, we are not selling directly to small farmers. We're just focusing on big companies.
Thank you. You mentioned that you're working with these big food companies. I was just in another session where they presented that they are going fully regenerative and organic. So therefore, their supply chain will go free of chemicals. So what does it mean to you, your business model in the future?
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. When we started, we were focusing only on biologicals and organic products. That's how we started. But then we realized that the industry needed something in between, especially for those chemicals that are hard to replace. But our tech is agnostic in terms of the type of molecule. Our particle is designed to attach to pesticides, to molecules. Doesn't matter if they are from natural origin or if they are synthetic. Then activate the plants, make the plant uptake more, and that will increase the efficacy and efficiency. Because today when we spray something, a crop protection product, doesn't matter if it's organic or synthetic, we are wasting most of them. So we are increasing that efficiency, and we are already collaborating. One of the big players in the industry are using our tech or testing our tech for a new biological organic alternative. So we are going to grow organically with the shift of the market.
So, hello. So the glyphosate and MRLs are a big issue in plant phytotoxicity these days. And you are giving a solution which eventually you're going to compete with the big companies because they would like to have this kind of solution.
Yep.
Tell us about the validation. What kind of validation you have on your technology which made these big companies interested in your company?
Yes, great question. So yes, we can compete with the big companies. We are indeed on purpose selling to big food industry companies to bring the attention of the big players on the industry, because we see that we could scale up faster if we can convince them to pre-mix our tech and not just mix it on the field. The data we have to bring their attention, and we already brought the attention of 4 of the biggest players on the industry, is more than 40 field trials, independent field trials from universities in the US, like Penn State University or NC State University, the National Agency of Agriculture in Argentina, independent agronomists in Argentina, Paraguay, and the US, with different chemicals. Of course, our tech is not magic. It doesn't work with everything. So this data, what it brings is the tension and the curiosity of these players on thinking, what if we use this tech to enhance this product, a biological that needs an extra boost of efficacy? Or what if we reduce the toxicity of this product by using less of the toxic ingredients on those products that are not yet ready to be replaced? So this is the scope mainly, and we are helping to renew portfolio to align with new regulations that are demanding fewer chemicals in agriculture. Thank you.
Applause for Unibio. And there, we've done it. You've all completed the presentations for today. The work of these startups to advance innovations for a better world is truly inspiring. Please put your hands together one more time for all 8 of the folks that you've heard today. And yes, now our jury is going to exit left stage and deliberate on the winners for each category. And in the meantime, I would like to invite to the stage Abir Harat, the lead of these Startup Innovation Awards from the World Food Forum's Youth Innovation Lab, to introduce, there we are, to introduce what's next. Thank you.
Thank you, dear audience. Before we begin the panel discussion, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome my colleague, Ton Marfo, on the stage. We are the team behind Startup Innovation Awards from the Office of Youth and Women's Side, and we are super happy to have you here among us. Dear finalists, dear sponsors, dear partners, it has been an amazing journey throughout this whole year and the previous month, and we're looking forward to the results. Over to you, Ton.
Thank you so much, Abir. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Such a pleasure to be here. But before I start, I want everybody to give a shout of applause to all of our finalists. It's been an amazing journey so far, and we're so proud of you. Congratulations to all of you. My name is Tony Mafu. I'm from Ghana, and I co-manage the Startup Innovation Awards with Abir Harat. It is such a pleasure to be here today. Today, we're here to celebrate young, brilliant, impact-driven founders who have dedicated their talent, their time and resources to improve how we produce, how we process, and how we share food. Now, this year, the Startup Innovation Awards received over 1,500 applications from 102 countries. That's a 220% increase from last year. Now, it wasn't just our quantity, it was also our quality. There was a clear step up in the quality of application that we received this year, and we're so happy to have all of you here. Now, to our 8 finalists, what can I say? Congratulations. You emerged from thousands of applications. This is an indication that your project is incredible, so you should be very proud of yourself. We're so excited to see what you do from here and how you contribute and help your communities, your regions, and your countries. Now, to everybody else here, thank you so much for joining us. It is a pleasure to see all of you here. And we hope that the dialogue of agri-food systems goes beyond the borders and the confines of this building. Thank you so much. Hand in hand, let's all contribute to a better food future for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to host a panel under the theme Scaling Youth-Led Innovation, Unlocking Support Networks for Sustainable Growth. Please join me in welcoming on stage Ms. Grace Washori, the Regional Director for Africa at the Aspen Network of Development Entrepreneurs. Andy. Welcome. And Mr. Christian Ado, CEO of BioPlanet TMC, a Benin-based agri-tech startup from West Africa. Christian is the winner of Seeding the Future Global Food System Challenge for 2024. Welcome. Now let's start with a quick round of introductions, starting with you, Grace. Please introduce yourself and tell us, how did you begin your journey in supporting small businesses and youth-led projects?
Hello, everyone. My name is Grace Washori. I have a background in clinical psychology, interestingly, and I was working in the community with youth and women, looking at just making their livelihoods better. And we were able to, as we gave them psychosocial support, to see a decline in clinical depression, in anxiety. But what surprised us is it kept coming back. And we wondered, these are communities in Kenya, in Africa, and wondered why. And 2 things popped up. It was the sustenance of livelihoods and the purpose they wake up every day. And amongst this group, we saw that there was a portion of them, about 50% of them, that had side hustles, right? And we were like, side hustles, if you're able to support these side hustles, maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to see a decline in this regression. And for sure, the more we were able to support them with financial literacy, we were able to see, well, we need to support them with holistic support and not just psychosocial support. And that was my entrance into supporting entrepreneurs and youth, which has led to the work that I now do at Andy. Andy is the Aspen Network of Development Entrepreneurs. We are a program of the Aspen Institute. We are propelling entrepreneurship in developing economies through a global network of organizations that support small and growing businesses. And we do this by, convening research, curated networking, doing a bit of research to understand who are the players in our local ecosystems, so that they can be able to be effective themselves so that they can be able to support small and growing businesses well and raise ecosystems that are actually locally owned and actually locally developed. So with this, we are able to bring players together to be able to support businesses, small businesses, with more financing, more capacity building, and more access to markets. Thank you, Abir.
Thank you so much, Grace. Over to you, Christian. Please introduce yourself and tell us briefly what inspired you to create BioPlanet and what is the problem that your startup is solving.
Thank you so much for the great opportunity. Such an honor to be here. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are across the world. My name is Christian Ado. I am from Benin Republic. I am an agricultural engineer with over 10 years of hands-on experience in sustainable farming practices. What ignited my passion for that work is really tough, but I saw this as an opportunity. I was born in a rural small farming community in Benin, I saw women and indigenous farmers struggle with harmful chemicals, degrade the soil, and raising agricultural costs. And I knew there had to be a better way. And with my background in agricultural engineering and this hands-on experience in sustainable farming practices, I created Bioplanet TMC Limited. And what we do typically, we provide women and indigenous farmers across Benin, West Africa, with a 2 times cheaper, a high-quality organic fertilizer with natural pest control properties to regenerate naturally the degraded soil in agriculture, for increasing the crop healthier yields, to combat hunger, food insecurity, and poverty. Typically what we do. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Christian. And over to you, Grace. How does Andy support entrepreneurship in region that with fast-growing youth population, and according to you and your opinion, what makes a strong startup ecosystem for startups like biotech to thrive?
Thank you for that question. A majority of the population that we're seeing in Africa right now is youth. A majority of the people that are employed, especially by civil service, so people who work for governments across the continent, are much in their 50s and their 40s. So we do not have any new jobs coming up anytime soon, right? And then because of that, we don't have additional jobs that are coming either, just because of how global economics look. And so we have a bunch of youth that have either not been able to go through university, post-secondary education, or are leaving universities and there are no jobs and they have to pivot, and the only pivot that exists is entrepreneurship. And so for us as Africans, that's very critical that we're able to support, that value chain of support. So think about a youth who has left university, who did engineering, and decides, because there's an opportunity in my community to do agriculture, whether it's supporting loss, post-harvest loss, or something like that. They do not have the technical expertise, but they are actually doing the business. And so we come in as Andy to be able to build an ecosystem around such youth who will be able to actually understand either the technical side of the business that they want to do, or the business side that they want to do altogether with that, then be able to link them to funding linkages, mentoring linkages, networking linkages that will be able to actually help them inculcate the soft skills that probably they don't have because they have not been able to work under anybody, or be able to learn from an experienced mentor and then be able to be connected within networks, both other peers, other mentors, and across the countries, that will allow them to actually gain that groundwork that they need to do to expand. So we do that by, being able to bring those local actors together, even the governments that are there, to be able to feed into the policies that are there, and academia. Because as Andy, we believe that every work that is done should be evidence-based, and so we do research that helps them to make good decisions, good outcomes, and good program designs, even by bringing them close to private sector to have a shared vision that is going to co-create and co-deliver end-to-end.
Thank you. And from your perspective, Christian, as a young founder and a young entrepreneur, what kind of support do you actually need after you heard like what Andy shared?
Yes, if there is one lesson I have learned during this youth entrepreneurship journey, it is that no impactful youth innovation grows in isolation. We need community support, we need funding opportunities, and those partnerships that could take into account our local communities' realities. So it is really important. And global visibility is also something that could play a crucial part in elevating youth-led innovation to new heights, and that's from local solution to global impact. So let us say accelerator programs, forums like this one are really playing a crucial part in that aspect. Yeah.
Can you comment on that, Grace? From your experience, how does Andy amplify and answer to these needs?
Absolutely. We see the need a lot. I'm always criticized by entrepreneurs who've been in the market for a long time, who tell me, but I've been doing business and I've been making money, why do I need you? Why do I need you and the people in your ecosystem, right? And the fact of the matter is, if you want to go if you want to go fast, you can go alone. But if you want to go really far, you must bring a community with you, because the piece of the pie is big for everyone, right? And this is what I tell them. If you want to really be able to create sustainable solutions that will not just benefit you as a business, but really go beyond that to impacting your community and actually improving food systems that help us get out of poverty, you must be able to then have networks. And we create that space, right, where we can convene and be able to bring them in a ground where it removes power dynamics, right? It's able to really neutralize that and bring them there. But also, we also tell them the more you work on your business, when you keep understanding your strategy, keep understanding your business modeling, the more you're able to see opportunities in your business to automate things and improve your processes. And with that, more money in your pocket. And that funding that you may think you wanted, you may actually not want it because you're actually able to make more. And the funding that comes to your business is actually to expand and to keep helping you. But more importantly, for smaller businesses, we're also able to provide spaces and linkages that will help with catalytic funding that is patient, that works with them at the level they are, and create those pathways of support even as they grow financially.
And the startups that you are supporting, they vary from the seed, the pre-seed stage. Can you elaborate more on the level of the startups and the projects that you are supporting?
Absolutely. So out of the SME space, we have done some research as Andy. One of the research pieces that we did was the SGB Evidence Fund and the Global Accelerator Learning Initiative. And out of these two big project pieces, we were able to see the best performing acceleration programs and to which business stages that were targeted. And from there, Andy coined this name called the small and growing business. And this business is that business that is looking for catalytic funding of between $20,000 to $2 million. Why? Because these are either too big for microfinance or they are too small for traditional financing. And in that valley of death where a lot of businesses die, that's where we are coming in to handhold them and help them cross over so that they are ready to actually access the financing at the traditional credit space once they have been accelerated through these different stages. So that could vary, right? That's a very big gap, and it could be all the way from seed going up, but that's where we are. The most important thing to note is for us, we're interested in businesses that are for scale. Not that microfinance, businesses are for necessity are bad, but for us to be able to see development, we believe that businesses must scale. And so we want to work with those businesses that are interested in scaling and help them with that.
And building on scaling and also impact, Christian, your company tackles both waste management and sustainable agriculture. As the CEO of a young startup, how do you balance between business growth, scalability, and creating environmental and social impact? Walk us more through your social impact and the training that you give for women, for example.
Yes, that's a great question. Yeah, at Bioplanet TMC Limited, we didn't realize that impact is about developing only solutions to rural people. We also realized that social impact, environmental impact are also something that we need to take into account. And for us, impact and growth, those are not opposite. They fit each other. And each tons of waste we recycle at Bioplanet TMC Limited reduces environmental pollution, while our organic fertilizer increases farmers' productivity. It means that we have designed a business model so that our impact increases only when our revenue also increases. And that model heals our planet while making it people thrive again and all the time. Thank you.
And speaking of impact, how do Andy measure its impact when it comes to supporting entrepreneurs? What are the key criteria that you focus on for selecting a startup that is working on impact?
Thank you, Abir. For us, we are very particular in understanding how a business is growing commercially as it is growing in being able to provide social and environmental impact, right? So we borrow from different models. So one of them that I'll highlight here is like the B-Lab model that looks at the shareholder value and not the stakeholder value, not the shareholder value. So when you think about capitalism, right? The metrics is there would be just improving profit for the owner. But the stakeholder looks into understanding every individual and every stakeholder that is involved with that business. So from their own governance, how are they governing, who is making up of that governance? So we look into that. It has to be women integrated, so more inclusive, right? And youth inclusive. We look at the customers that they are providing. Are they talking to them? Are they integrating the feedback that they are talking to them? We look into the communities that they are serving. How are they able to actually engage them and ensure that there's community benefit within that community. We also look at the environment, both the building that they work in, but also the wider environment that they are working in terms of reducing carbon emissions and stuff like that. And then lastly, we look also at their employees. Are their employees actually feeling that they're in a safe environment? Are they feeling that they can be listened to? Are they feeling that they are paid according to the benefit that they bring to the organization, and even as per their local markets? So the BLAB model is a good one to follow. It's called the B Impact Assessment that you can use to see how to measure that. And so for us, we bring an integration of that when we are looking at the specific KPIs to look into the business and how it's supporting inclusivity. We also bring a bit of research to be able to help our members who are now the supporting intermediaries. They are the ones designing this program. So something we have done a lot is gender lens impact investing that looks at how do you invest in women and youth from the place they are at, and not from dictating for them how that should look like. So when you think about one of the detriments for women and youth getting loans is something like collateral. They will normally not have collateral. So in places where we have mobile money, like in Kenya, we are able to use the statements from that mobile money as collateral that will be used against their lending. Then with more grants that are given, how those grants are dispersed and how they are utilized, the reporting of that helps these businesses to also create a credit score that they can be used later to access traditional banking, for just examples of how we are doing that.
Thank you so much. Very interesting, especially the focus on job creation. This is something that we are really looking for at the Startup Innovation Awards, and we try to support our entrepreneurs in this aspect. Christian, over to you. So you are the winner of the Seeding the Future Global Food System Challenge. Can you walk us through your experience? How did your startup grow? What are your plans after graduating and winning from Seeding the Future Global Food System Challenge?
Yes, that's such a great experience. From the start of the application to the winner announcement, that was such an amazing journey because each part of the application form was designed so that you can bring creativity, innovation to the work you are doing. And that I would like to thank Seeding the Future Foundation for bringing that aspect to the application form, because it brings you some idea that you need to refine some part of your business so that the impact could be more really what you need to do in your community, and also to bring that creativity that is not only for your local community, but that you can scale to the other parts of your continent and the world. So yeah, that's really amazing. And yes, for us today with that program, we'll aim to be a catalyst for agricultural transformation across Africa by creating a sustainable agricultural ecosystem that generates green job opportunity for millions of youth across the continent, revives our local economies, while providing clean air and healthy food for millions of people across the continent.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We are arriving to the end of our panel. One final question to you, Grace. What advice would you give to startups that they would like to join the Andy network? How do you encourage them either to apply to your programs, or what advice in general would you give them?
I think the best advice I would give is the same one that he has given, that you cannot survive alone. You must be connected to a community. And the need for networks is going to be even more as we look at long action. I think a lot of entrepreneurs think that the biggest need is funding, but really the biggest need is resource in networks. And the more that you think there's a need that might be sorted by funding, you might just find someone that will be able to support that in kind. So I would encourage every entrepreneur here today to be engaged in that. How to engage to the Andy network specifically. We are a network, like I said, of intermediaries. So BDS providers, business development providers, investors, funders, research institutions, academia, INGOs, and the like. You can drop me an email. You'll find me on LinkedIn, but our website is andyglobal.org. I would really encourage you to go in there and check our members. There's a tab on our members, andyglobal.org. And our members will be situated across the world. We have 8 chapters across the world. I, the regional director for Africa, we have 3 chapters for East, West, and Southern, but we're also in Latin America, and we're also in Asia. And through these 8 chapters across the world, you'll be able to find a partner there can either help you with your business strategy, your business modeling, your investment readiness, or even a linkage to a funder or an investor who may be able to help your work. We will know people who know people, for sure. So welcome, I really welcome you, and I commend you for coming this far. Entrepreneurship journeys are not easy, but the more that you keep putting into it and keep pivoting, it will send you far. But you must be around people who get you, people who can uplift you, and people who can actually put your name in rooms that you'll not be there. So get connected.
Thank you so much, Grace. One last word from you, Christian. For the aspiring entrepreneur, what advice would you give them?
Yes, to my fellow youth innovators, the future of food system isn't written yet, but it is being designed today by us youth who dare to think differently. And I would like us to keep building, to keep trusting that sustainability isn't only an ideal, it is an enterprise worth building. So yes, let us join hands because our planet needs us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christian and Grace. Thank you for your insight. That brings us to an end of our panel discussion. A round of applause, everyone. Thank you so much. And now I pass it over to the moderators. Thank you.
Thank you, Abir, and thank you to our panelists. They've both emphasized the need of being part of a community, part of a network, which ties in with the 2025 theme of hand in hand for better foods and a better. Do we know the theme of World Food Forum 2025? Hand in hand for better food and better. Thank you. Be more confident. Hand in hand for better foods and better. Thank you. That sounds a bit better. And I would now like to welcome back our jury. But before we announce the winners, I would like to invite Director Vincent Martin. Is he back in the room? He is the co-chair of the jury. I believe they're still deliberating. But as they make their way, I'd like to let us join our hands together to welcome back the jury. I think they're deliberating. It was a tough call for them. So as we wait for the judges, let's just appreciate the work that they're doing. Let's not tire. It's not easy being up here. It's not easy for the startups to have come that far. And so there are some remarks that we will be awaiting from the co-chair of our jury. But as we await, are there any questions from the floor based on what Grace or Christian has shared? We can pass the mic. I think our volunteers can assist to move the microphone around as we wait for the judges. Any questions, any comments, anything you learned? Hands up. I hope you were all listening and attentive. It could be from the presentation. We'd love to hear from you as well. Hands up, and the microphone will be passed to you. Any question from the floor? You look like you have a question. There's a gentleman smiling here, but give us a comment, please. Luigi?
Okay, just a second.
I just need to thank you all for having all of us and for this amazing event and for all this organizing and all there's a lot of efforts beyond this event, and I believe it's a big opportunity for all of us, and for having for being here. It's a big opportunity, and I would like to thank you all for this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And for a short interlude, we will have a video. Enjoy.
$673 million people go to bed hungry. But a new generation is rising to change that. The World Food Forum Startup Innovation Awards is a global competition empowering youth to transform how we grow and consume food. Powered by Extreme Tech Challenge, we spotlight young entrepreneurs harnessing technology to transform agri-food systems and drive progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals. Since 2021, we have received over 3,000 applications from 161 countries, with 72% of our alumni startups led by women innovators. This year, more than 1,500 entries from 102 countries have led to the 8 finalists you see here today. Our alumni report stronger skills, greater visibility, and new partnerships, proof that innovation here turns into real, measurable impact. Through mentorship, investor matching, seed funding, and global exposure. Now, this is on the global stage. The finalists share one message: our generation can nourish the world. Each idea, from inclusive nutrition solutions and climate-resilient water innovation to data-driven food processing and breakthrough biotech strengthening agri-food value chains, reveal the power of innovation and the passion of youth. The Startup Innovation Awards is more than a competition. It is a movement of young leaders supported by global partners working hand in hand for better foods and a better future.
We're still waiting for the jury, so I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts. One of the things that strikes me is all of these startups were chosen purely on merit and on the excellence of their business plan. But in the final result, it was such a great representation of the United Nations. You had startups from Latin America to India, stopping in the Mediterranean in between. And it is actually part of the thesis of Extreme Tech Challenge that really only in the last 5 to 7 years, these advanced technologies of AI, GPUs, 5G, analytics are allowing costs to be at a level and performance to be a level that these great capabilities are now available around the world and can be applied in unique ways in these different markets. And I think that's a very encouraging story. I'm a little frustrated that I would love to somehow broadcast this more out to the world, A, in general, and B, because a lot of people are, afraid of AI. They're afraid of cloud and some of these things. And I think all of these, this year and what was in the video, really show the incredibly positive impact worldwide, north and south, that these most advanced technologies can have, and also that cutting-edge innovation is now worldwide. Once upon a time, maybe that was limited to a few areas, but I think not enough investors, not enough people really look in the way that this World Food Forum does, in the way XTC does, at the global markets. And it's incredibly encouraging and incredibly positive, and I hope you all take that away today, that in every hemisphere and in every type of application, there are brilliant people doing very, very advanced things. And if we're lucky, it's going to be a much better world in a few years. So I think that's a wonderful result of all this. Do you have some thoughts, please?
Absolutely. And with the Extreme Tech Challenge, I think with even the new categories that you brought up, I'd like to hear from John. What was most exciting for you for this year that was different from last year?
I was not prepared for that. I would say, and I don't know who the winners are going to be, but I think like the microscope and the 2 Lilliput and I guess it was Microbix. I think it's very interesting to see sort of the intersection of AI, microtechnology, and a lot of biotechnology, which is something else people are afraid of. They're afraid of biotechnology and all this genetic stuff. But when applied properly, it can have incredibly beneficial effects on the food chain. And they're doing this in very smart ways, very low impact, and using, as some of the judges asked the question, using application methods that are scaled to the kinds of farmers that need to have them. So I think that was, seeing that intersection with biotechnology and several of them was, I think, very interesting.
Great. Yeah. Speaking of technology, last year we were co-hosting with Nancy Yuan, who's here, and there was a bionic nose, and they got to win an award. And it was exciting to see some of them, as you say, like Microfy, and the use of blockchain technology, and also the diversity was much more this year. I believe you've grown much more, and with the Mass Challenge Switzerland, who have an additional category. And so this is an interactive session. If you have any thoughts, what stood out for you? Is there something new you saw from the presentation that you would like to share? Once again, we have a mic going round. We are happy to hear from you. As we welcome the judges, let's give a round of applause to them. It was a tough one. It was extremely tough. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, so let's clap for them once again. You could literally see beads of sweat on their foreheads, so it's not easy. And without further ado, I would like to welcome the director, Mr. Vincent Martin, for his remarks on how it was. I'm sure it was not easy. Just hold on. You have a microphone right here for you. Just tell us how it went.
Okay. I don't know how long we were away, but it was extremely difficult. Well, first of all, I think all the solutions were just incredible. We loved all of them. For me, it's my first participation to this Innovation Challenge and Award. And what I heard from my colleagues who've been doing that for 5 years, it has never been as tight as it was this time. So it means that, yeah, congratulations. It means you all win. You really all win. And we just had, to look at what makes a small difference between your proposal. So it was very, very complicated. That's why we spent so much time. So that's it. I think that's what I can say. Your solutions are excellent. There is a huge potential for implementation and scaling up. And now we are going to announce the winners, I guess.
A round of applause. As I said, it's not easy. It's not easy to be in their shoes. It's been a tough one this year. I think everything was so good. And thank you for your thoughtful review of the startups presented today. And now, drum roll, please. It is time to announce the winner of each of the 4 categories of the Mass Challenge Prize winner. Lastly, we will reveal the World Food Forum Startup Innovation of the Year Award. A round of applause. Are we excited? Lovely. And to announce the winner of the first award, Digital Innovation in Food Processing, I would like to welcome Simon Mass, Chairman of Smart Sensor for Agri-Food. A round of applause for Simon.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to present here on behalf of Smart Solutions for Agri-Food, together with our partners, King, Cargill, and Business Factory Food, the Digital Innovation in Food Processing Award for the 2nd time this year. Because if we truly want a sustainable food system, we must give food processing the same attention we give to agriculture. That's where technology can really make a difference, improving quality, transparency, and trust. And then, now I still have to look inside because I don't know who won. So I will put something down right now. I would like to welcome the winner for this year, Microfy AI, please. Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you got an award? It's heavy. Well, what you do is some heavy work as well. Microscopes used to be very heavy. Yeah. You're making the work much lighter for a lot of people. So let's give you a big round of applause and congratulations.
Thank you.
Another round of applause for Microfy. It's well deserved. Irache flew in this morning and went straight to the stage. That's the determination of entrepreneurs that we have. And therefore, I welcome John.
Next up to present the winner of the Equitable and Sustainable Nutrition Award, please welcome again Vincent Martin.
Winner is Millets Now.
Okay, and for our Enhancing Climate Resilience and Water Security Award, please welcome Sudhakar Tomar.
So climate change is real. It's not a hoax. And I'm very happy to announce the winner of Enhancing Climate Resilience and Water Security Award. And as I believe, all the good things come from very small packages. So the winner is Lilliput Technologies.
Thank you.
And announcing the winner of the final category, which is driving innovation in agri-food systems, please help me welcome, round of applause for her already, Celeste Mackley-Wine.
Hi everybody, I'm Celeste and I'm leading the Youth Innovation Lab of the World Food Forum. It is my absolute pleasure to be with you here today, and I have two very, very, very quick thank yous. The first is to my absolutely fantastic team, without whom none of this would be possible. They work tirelessly day in, day out to support all of the young innovators, all of the young entrepreneurs out there. So a massive round of applause to them, please. Thank you. My second thank you goes out to all of those young innovators that we do support. Without your drive, your passion, your creativity, again, none of this would be possible. So keep being a winner, like Sudhakar said. Keep going, keep trying to make that difference. And now, without further ado, I will announce the driving innovation in agri-food systems, very fitting, and it is going to Unibio.
Okay, before announcing the overall winner of our 2025 Startup Innovation Awards, we have the pleasure of welcoming Ian Roberts, Chief Technology Officer of Bühler, President of Mass Challenge Switzerland, and Chairman of Restore, to announce the winner of the Mass Challenge Fighting Malnutrition and Enhancing Food Security Prize. Ian.
So, first of all, thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity to be here, and a fantastic opportunity to join this wonderful ecosystem of entrepreneurs and enabling organizations and support organizations. Big congratulations to Abir, to Tony for organizing all of this. I think it's simply remarkable, the support you're giving to young entrepreneurs around the world. Now, I was asked to say a couple of words about why Mass Challenge decided to partner with all of this. And I think it's an interesting story. We decided to bring Mass Challenge which is a globally networked startup accelerator, to Switzerland in 2016. And the reason we did this, we said, if we could capture a little bit of this gung-ho, high-selling, super enthusiastic American entrepreneurship, and we could marry it to the rigor, the technical capabilities of our sometimes slightly introverted entrepreneurs, how many jobs could we create? Now, Mass Challenge is an NGO. We give out $500,000 every year in Switzerland alone, just to startups. We take no equity. We take no part of their companies. These are not convertible notes. We believe that if we select them well, they will invest that money very, very wisely. We had 2,400 startups apply just last year to the Swiss program, not the global one, the Swiss one. We look for the 10 that will change the world, the entrepreneurs who will create companies that solve the global problems and do it in a way that is sustainable and will drive resilience into the food system. And that's so common in terms of target and so aligned that it was obvious that we should participate and then somehow join forces here to bring a little bit of the capability we've brought through a huge ecosystem of big corporate partners who engage at C-level into the program many times, who give their R&D facilities, who give their technology labs, who give access to their global supply chain and go-to-market to help scale startups. And we see how we can do this. Now, we judge on two things. Is it viable? Is it true? Can it work? Secondly, can they scale it with our help? Impact equals scale. There's no escaping it. This is why we work with the world's biggest corporates to try and scale great ideas. The winner we picked, it has a technology that we know works, we know it scales, and with the connection already to some of the corporate partners, it has access to the world-leading producers who will need this technology. So I would like to invite Juan Sebastian onto the stage. He's the CEO of Koji, who is doing fantastic solid-state fermentation to upgrade materials for the food system to make it more sustainable. Congratulations.
We need more energy in the room. Let's clap much better for Koji. Let's clap much better for Koji. Sustain the clap, sustain the clap. Yes, now that's an award ceremony, right? And to award the recipient of the World Food Forum Startup Innovation of the Year Award, I need more drum roll. Wonderful. Please put your hands together for Bernard van Langerich, CEO of Seeding the Future Foundation, to announce the winner. He's a true pioneer in food innovation and sustainability. His work advances sustainable, nutritious, and affordable food at scale. And he is a steadfast champion of youth-driven innovation and a key supporter of the Youth Innovation Lab. So joining him on stage to present the award is the FAO Deputy Director General, Ms. Beth Backdahl. Let's appreciate her as well.
Is this working? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for this nice introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. As founder and CEO of the Seeding the Future Foundation, I'm so honored to be here today. Our mission is to support and scale high-impact innovations that help build a healthier, more sustainable, and equitable food system. And through initiatives like this, and the Startup Innovation Challenge, we aim to empower the next generation of entrepreneurs innovators, and change makers, because it's their creativity, their passion, and their bold ideas that will shape the future of food. It's been incredible, inspiring to witness the energy and innovation from all the teams today. Now, please join me in giving a huge round of applause to all the teams who pitched today. So I'd like to take a brief moment and this opportunity to invite the teams from this year's Startup Innovation Award, but not just the winners, all the semi-finalists and the finalists, to participate in our annual Seeding the Future Global Food System Challenge. This challenge is awarding $1 million every year to high-impact innovations that transform our food system to make it more resilient, more equitable, and lead to food that is accessible, affordable, appealing, and trusted, and improve the health of people and the planet. The application period opens actually today. It closes December 15th, so please rattle up. By applying for this challenge, you should know, and you will appreciate this in a moment, by applying for this challenge, the top innovations from Startup Innovation Challenge will automatically join the Seeding the Future Global Food System Innovation Database and Network. This database has over 650 pre-vetted, high potential innovations of winners, semi-finalists, and finalists from the last 5 years of our challenge, from this year's Transformative Research Award, and from this year's Startup Innovation Award, from MIT Solve, and from a few other challenges. So it's a collection of high potential innovations. It will be launched this week, and we are collaborating and partnering with the Science, Technology, and Innovation team here at FAO, and we are very happy about it. And finally, it's my great honor to welcome you on the stage.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for being here. And announce this year's Startup Innovation Award overall winner.
Hey. So I'm going to let you do it. Yes, yes, yes. You have to open the, this is like the Oscars, exactly. Open the envelope.
And the overall winner is Unibio.
Congratulations. Would you like to say a quick word?
This is amazing. I wasn't expecting the prize. Thank you very much. It is a very tough competition, amazing projects from everywhere, and I'm amazed of the innovation capacity of young talent. And I'm happy to see a lot of Latin Americans in the finals, but also from other regions. So it's an honor to be here, an honor to win the award, and a huge responsibility. We are going to change the food system. Thank you.
Great. We need to put you in the middle. We got to do a photo. All right. You got the award? All right. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. We'll let you take all of your, I hope all of those things fit in your carry-on when you go home. I think, is it okay if I go ahead and close, Amanda? Is that all right, given where we are on time? All right, let me go ahead and wrap things up. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has participated in this event. As you've heard in our introductions, as you saw in the setup, there are so many people behind the faces and the teams that are represented here in this room who have been a part of putting this Innovation Awards event together. And I want to thank each and every one of them. But I do need to give a special thanks to the Extreme Tech Challenge again for starting this adventure, this journey with us. And I want to say welcome to all of the new partners and the new supporters to this community of entrepreneurs. I remember 5 years ago as we were launching this, we were trying to be inspiring. We were trying to be a place where many of you as the innovators and the entrepreneurs of the future could come together and showcase and demonstrate to us your creativity, your passion for changing things in the world. And admittedly, there was probably a bit of a pat on the back when you left with a good luck. We hope you keep doing really good things in the world. 5 years later, I will say it's more than a piece of paper. It's more than an award. It's more than a $10,000 check. But I am telling you, the people who are here, who are willing to spend time with you, willing to help you, keep advancing and keep growing in the development of your ideas and the building of what does need to be ultimately for you and your teams a successful and thriving enterprise is just as important and something that I hope that each and every one of you will take advantage of. You heard Vincent say it. It was a difficult decision in our judges' room. And I think I'll say just a little bit of a tip for next year for us. Some of the things we talked about, I think, will have an impact on the way we continue to structure this event and the judging and the ways we evaluate your contributions to the Sustainable Development Goals, your contributions to the people you are trying to help, and your contributions to your teams, and how, again, you are trying to build a business opportunity that is successful. So I just want you to know you've already had an impact on us here at FAO, on the teams who are here to support and to make sure that what we do next year continues to evolve, continues to be, I think, a meaningful space for all of us to be a part of. So with that, I hope that some of you will stay at 4:30. We have a private sector roundtable discussion. I've got Ian who's joining me along with a few other really exciting and very invested leaders in the private sector. It's an important discussion for us to have, especially, I think, as it follows the event we've just been here with. So with that, Amanda, John, let me pass it back over to you to close. Thank you, everybody.
So, congratulations to all our winners and all the finalists. You're really, in a way, all winners. Your innovations are truly inspiring, as I said earlier, and a heartfelt thanks to our esteemed judges and sponsors, Amanda, again, our dedicated colleagues at the World Food Forum, and FAO for making this whole event possible. It is really a very important effort to drive the visibility of these things worldwide. Together we can make progress towards a sustainable and equitable food system for all. Let's keep that momentum going, as Beth said.
Well, well said, John. And we have come to the end of the session. But before we close, I would request that you scan the QR code here on the screen. Give us your feedback with just 3 taps. If you could just take out your phone, scan the QR code, give us your feedback. The DDG share that they're taking feedback even as judges, and we're also taking feedback as we curate this event to be more impactful. With just 3 taps, we will appreciate if you could let us know what is on your mind, how the session went, how we could do it better. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank each and every one of you for making the time, for staying till the end. Online viewers, thank you so much for being a part of the Startup Innovation Awards. And before we leave, I will also request the jury, the judges, the partners, the sponsors, the finalists to remain behind for a group photo. So thank you so much, everybody. Let's keep the momentum going. A round of applause to each one of you. We appreciate you. We hope to see you again next year, same place, same time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you're free to remain and take pictures.
Yes, yes.